So this is another indoor workout that you can do. You don't need any equipment again. Again, I've just set up a little timer to keep us right. We don't want to overdo it and do it for too long. There are 6 exercises. We execute each exercise for 45 seconds and take a 15-second breather between them. And then we go through the round of 6 3 times. And at the end of that, we'll take a little stretch. So the whole workout, including the stretch, will only take 21 minutes. That's it, all right? And if you push it, you'll need to do nothing else again today. So let's do this together. Enjoy. So the first exercise, we're about to get going. I'm going to press start. I have 10 seconds to prepare. And then we're going to do a power jack. So I'm going to do it with you. I'm going to do it for 45 seconds. We're going to drop the knees right down. So the jack that you're used to, but this time, really bending the knees, pushing the hips back and down. Now to warm up, what you might want to do is go through the exercises before adding too much power. So an option is to just drop from one side, drop to the other. Now remember, you can make all of the exercises more difficult by adding in the arms. So if I was to do my power jack with the arms, as soon as I bring my arms up over my head, up goes your heart rate. All right, 10 seconds more, 45 seconds. It's going to feel like a long time. All the way down. There it is. Exercise number 2. You have 15 seconds to get to the floor, and it's a mountain climber. And again, if this is your warm-up set, you want to keep it nice and slow. But if you're working, then we're running. So we're driving the knees through. Remember, a mountain climb is based around a plank. So you want your shoulders over your fingernails, and you want your knees scraping along the mat to keep your bum down. If you want to, you can slow it right down, pulling your knee through. You can even just make it a little knee lift, so that rather than driving the knees through, you're just lifting the knee up and back down again. If you want to work hard, you want to get some speed into that. Coming into a 15-second breather, and then exercise number 3. This is a little challenge for both power and stability. So start with your feet together. We're going to jump to the side. So we're going to hop and land, first silently, partly for the neighbours, but also partly to help activate through the centre. And when you land, if I turn sideways, you're dropping into a little squat, coming all the way down, sinking low into the leg. Just going from one foot to the other. Now if that's too much, step down, step down. You don't have to land on one leg. So you can just step from side to side and sink low into that little squat. All right. Number 4, again, a big power move. We're going to squat and then a lunge right, lunge left. So a deep squat, then lunge right, lunge left. So our rest is up, time's done, down, lunge, lunge, drop, lunge, lunge, drop, lunge, lunge, drop, lunge, lunge. Now if that's too much, slow it down. You can do exactly the same exercise, just make it less powerful, but still doing the squat followed by 2 lunges. Knee to the ground, knee to the ground. Or you add the power. Drop, lunge, lunge, drop, lunge, lunge. There it is. And that should get your heart rate up. And then 15-second breather. We're coming into the next exercise. And this one, again, is a bit about balance and power. We're going to push one foot behind, sink into the supporting leg, and then power opposing leg. And as you come up, you want to think heel, ball, and then push off your toe. Do around 5 on one side, and then do 5 on the other side. It's quite likely that one side feels a whole lot easier than the other side. So you tap back, power up, pushing from the heel. 5 on one side, 5 on the other, and that'll work out about right. And the last one, good news, you can lie down. Bad news, you got to stand up again. So all we're going to do is lie down, stand up as many times as we can. So we're down, and we're up. We come down, extend, and we come right back up again. All the way down, and all the way up. Now it's easy for me to do it one side, but when I put my right hand down on the floor and try to push up through my right foot, I really struggle with that. So going from down onto my right leg, for me is a lot more difficult. You can see I'm falling as I go to get up. So mix up the sides. There's my left side, nice and easy. All the way down, all the way up. Here's my right side, a lot more difficult to get down and back up again. Here we go. So that's the first round. Those are the exercises. So now we're going to go through them all over again. At this point, it's a good point to pull your leggings up, reset, and we're good to go with the power jack. So exercise number 1. Now remember, this is a high intensity interval training workout. So we want to push as hard as we can for every single one of these 45 seconds. Let's go, power jack. Now here's an idea. Why not count how many you can do? And then that way you know what your target is. I'm dropping my bum right down. If you're watching the side profile, you can see I'm pushing my hips back, trying to get my bum as low as my knees. So it's as much of a squat as it is a jack. Bringing the arms up always brings the heart rate up. But remember the options. You need the option, take an option. Slow it down, make it a stepping movement instead of a jumping one. Good. Down on the floor for our mountain climber. Up to you to walk, to run, to do it from your knees. So, the walking option here, trying to push my shoulders towards my fingers, keep my bum lower than my shoulders, lengthen the gap between my ribs and my hips. There it is. Okay? Or we sprint. Although we're lying down, this is essentially a high knee run that we're doing. And that high knee run is going to improve your running speed. And you're running without using any impact on the legs. And if it's still too much, lower to the floor. First one knee and then the other, but make sure that plank is spot on. Back up to your feet. So, moving into the third exercise in the set. All right, ready to go. Here it comes. Okay. So, we're going to squat and lunge back. Yeah. So we'll do this one first. Squat, lunge 1, lunge 2. And we're going to drop, lunge, lunge, center. So your feet in the squat, then you lunge, then you lunge, then you center. Lunge, lunge, drop. Lunge, lunge, drop. Remember the option. Squat, lunge one leg, lunge the other. Squat, lunge one leg, lunge the other. And you choose what you need to do. 45 seconds, a long time. Okay, so our next one, we're going to tap back, pogo, all right? So this is the one where we tap the toe behind us, all right? And then drive up through the sky. So drop and drive. It's all about that drive. Trying to get my knee up. Use my arms to give me power. 5 times I do. Then I change legs and I do 5 on the other side. Power up. Power up. And using my arms to get that explosive power off the ground. If it's too much, take away the power, but not the work. The work is all in that front leg. The drop and the drive. We call this a little pogo. Right? From one to the other. Good. And then we've got our little side hop. So we haven't done that one yet, so it's different order to the order we did them in before. So we're going to go hop and hop. One side to the other. All right, let's go. Leap and drop. So I want you to imagine you're playing a game of musical statues. And in your musical statues game, you've got to stay perfectly still. So when you land on that leg, perfectly still. Don't stop. Good. And remember the options: step, squat, step, squat. Good. From one side to the other. Or you keep going with that balance, control, core activation. One side to the other. You should be about ready for a little lie down. So we're going to lie all the way back and then stand all the way back up. And I'm going to try and use that right side because I feel that's my weaker side here. So I'll come down, all the way back down, all the way up. And I'm pushing with my right hand, bring myself up, all the way down, all the way back. Pushing with my right hand. And you can see already I'm starting to get a bit better at it because I'm forcing myself to do it with my other leg. Now that's not a natural way of doing it for me, but it's already getting better because your body wants to do it, wants to be well balanced, doesn't want to be one-sided. That's not how we're designed. We go all the way down, all the way up. Here we go. Let's try a couple on the left. Oh gosh, so easy. That side. Brilliant. We have a 30 seconds breather and we go through those 6 exercises again. So, exercise number 1, power jack. All right. Exercise number 2, mountain climber. Exercise number 3, that little pogo. Exercise number 4, the squat and the lunge. Number 5, we've got a step over, side to side. So power jack, down and up, down and up. Take the knees out wide, push the hips back. See if you remember, this is our final round. So you know you will not have to do this again. This is nearly done. We are right there with this. This workout, these power jacks. Thank the Lord, but you won't have to do them again. 10 more seconds. And you can keep pushing for 10 more. That's nothing. That's nothing for you. You can drive 5 more seconds. Let's do it. Here it is. Exercise number 2, mountain climber. So we're coming down to that mat. Again, 45 seconds, and this one's in the bin. You are done with it. So onto your hands, come up, and how many runs can you do? So I'm counting, right? I'm going to do 20 runs. Here we go. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Then I'm going to do 10 walks. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All the way up to 10. And then I'm going to run 20 all the way through. Keep pushing. So I'm not letting myself take a complete rest. Instead I'm pushing, and then I take it a little bit easier. reset my form as well. Make sure my bum's low, shoulders forward, head in front of my hands. There we go. There it is. Mountain climb is done. Back up on my feet. So number 3, we're going to do that side hop here. All right, so get our balance going. Imagine you're jumping over a little stream. You're on one side of the bank. You've got to hop to the other side, but you don't want that foot to get wet. So you've got to hop from one side to the other. Now, you can hear me breathing, right? I'm out of breath because I'm going quite hard here. Sweat's dripping off me. I can feel it trickling down the side of my face. I'm working hard to drive from foot to foot. But also tightening my center. So I'm pulling up on that pelvic floor, pulling my belly button inwards towards my spine, locking down. So that landing, precise, like I'm landing on the spot. X marks that spot. 3, 2, 1. Now this is the one I hate the most. Squat, lunge, lunge, right? Squat, lunge, lunge. The worst one, I think, out of this lot because it requires a lot of energy. Big muscles. Squat, lunge, lunge, squat, lunge, lunge, squat, lunge, lunge. Now that power is driven by the big muscles in your bum and the legs. Now those are some of the biggest muscles your body's got. So no wonder it's really tiring move. We got the energy for 15 seconds more. That's all we need to find. 15 seconds. 10 seconds. Down, drive, power, explode. 3 seconds. Okay. Our 5th penultimate exercise of our final round is our pogo. So, stand here, all your weight in your supporting leg. Tap back, then drop, power from the thigh. Explode from the glutes. Driving up. As I come up, I'm bringing that knee up. Now, if that's too much, just focus on your balance. You don't have to drive at all. Okay, you can just concentrate on the balance. Or you can add that little squat. Or you drive the power. Remembering to swap legs. That's the 20-second mark. I've swapped over. Or you can do 5 and 5. Whatever works for you. If you've got your own timer, then time yourself for around 20 seconds on each side. Gives you 5 seconds leeway. There it is. Last one. Time for a little lie down. So, coming to the floor. Which leg? Let's focus a bit on each. So focus on the right first. Right hand coming down. There we go. Let's do, how many? 5 of those. All the way down. All the way up. How's that? Only my right hand going onto the floor. Trying to push up. Using that arm, but use my whole body. Now if you can get up without using your arms, you go for it. Don't let me hold you back. There's the left arm. Do the same on the other side. Again, a bit more of a struggle. Finishing one side and then the other. Going long, pulling up, going as high as we can, as long as we can. Oh, we're nearly there. Yes, we are. Stay down. Lie down. Heart should be pumping. Should be massively out of breath. You can do a little stretch. So bend your knees. Take the legs out nice and wide. Open the arms. Did I say legs? I said legs. Arms. These ones are arms. These ones are legs. Very easy to confuse. Side to side. Let the knees sweep one way and then the other. There's that little release for the back. And then we're going to pull the knees in. Hug the knees in. Give the back a stretch. We'll lengthen one leg away. Pull the knee in on one side. Pull the knee in on the other. Just getting that little dynamic stretch. A little bit of mobility for the hip. There we are. And then we'll finish with that leg on the floor. This leg is up. We're going to straighten this leg, reach around the back, and then we're going to again go into a little dynamic stretch now for the hamstring. So pull on one leg, pull on the other. If you need to bring your head and shoulders off the ground here to make it a little easier, then go ahead. Equal number on each side. We go into the hamstrings, and then that little stretch onto the glutes. Just open that leg. First on one side, and then uncross, Kenny Everett style. Same thing on the other side. Uncross, and then with the feet down, I want you to roll over onto your side, and then onto your hands and knees. You rise up into your cat stretch. Smooth transition to cow, just again, focusing on that back. Isn't it good? And from there, we're going to step 1 foot forward. Make sure you step far enough. We're going to drive in, sweep the arm up, arch the back, pull back, a little bit of a hamstring. Sweep forward, pull back. Then we'll change sides and do exactly the same on the other side. Make sure the foot's far enough forward so that as you sweep in, your knee never goes over your toes. Drive. Aim for maybe 2 or 3 on each side. Then tuck those feet back under, toes tucked under, knees on the ground. Push through your hands, elevate the knees, drive the hips back. Again, a little walk. Pushing first one heel, then the other towards the floor. Flatten into your down dog. Walk the hands slowly towards the feet. Now drop your head, tuck your chin in, and look up at the top of your thighs. And that way you get a nice stretch in the neck as well as in the spine. Very slowly, take a deep breath in, and as you slowly rise, rebuild the spine all the way up to standing. Shoulders back and down.